Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So this week we're looking at Pauri 27. In the last Pauri, Guru Sahib talked about this priceless divine quality, the qualities of the ones who've received Naam, who are trading in the divine qualities. And it also talked about the many angelic beings that are praising and speaking the praises of this divine. So this verse here is a continuation of that theme. It's a continuation from the last one where the focus is on the praise of the divine. The Shabad is known as Sodar, and this Pauri is quite important because it's one of the few Shabads that appears several times in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So the Shabad appears here as a Pauri. In Reras it appears as well, and in the beginning of the Reras, in the way it's written in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and in a third place in Asa Rag, in Rag Asa. So it's one of the few Shabads where the same verse is repeated 3 different times. So it indicates that there is some message here that we need to learn from. It's also the longest Pauri of Japji Sahib. So there are sloks in Japji Sahib in the beginning, at the end, and the Shabads in Rera Sahib that are repeated elsewhere in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, but this seems to be one of the rare ones that are repeated 3 times. And although there are some slight variations in pronunciation and spelling, the overall body is exactly the same, the meaning is the same, the lines are the same. So the verse begins, So dar keha, so kar keha, jit beh sarab samale. So dar keha, how is that door? Where is that door? So kar keha, where is that mansion, that house? Jit beh, where you sit, sarab samale, and look after all, take care of everything. How is that door, how is that house where you sit and look after all? So Guruji starts this Pauri by asking a question. What is your home? Where are you? How does one find you? And this is a question that only few are fortunate enough to ask. And if we think about our own lives, in all the time that we've been practicing Sikhi, did we ever once stop to simply ask the question with utmost sincerity, where are you? How do I find you? Where is that mansion where you reside? And more importantly, what is the door through which I can enter and find you? That door with which I can come and have your darshan, to see you and to see the majesty with which you rule over all. So think about the number of spiritual texts that have been created, the number of spiritual teachers that have come and gone. Guruji spoke in the last verse about Akhe Ved Path Puran, all the great spiritual texts that have talked about you. And still we never stop to just think for ourselves, where is this? How do I find it? And because we rarely ask, it seems very difficult to find. Because this is a journey of you asking that question and finding that within yourself. There is only so much spiritual text can teach us. There is only so much spiritual masters can say. At the end, you have to ask that question and say, okay, where is it? And how do I find it? But something we need to look at is, hasn't Guru Nanak Dev Ji already asked this question in Japji Sahib? Have we not come across these kind of questions before? The very first question in Japji Sahib The first question in all of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, we saw right at the beginning, Pauri, where Guru Nanak Dev Ji asks, Kiv sachiara hoye, kiv kude tutte pal. How can truthfulness occur? How can the veil of filth be removed, be broken? And the answer comes back, Hukum rajai chalana nanak likhya naal. Walk on the will of that divine command, Nanak says, which is written with us all. So that's the first question where Guru asks, how do we find truthfulness? How do I find this truth? The second question in Japji Sahib says, Fer ke agge rakhiye jit disse darbar. What offering can I make by which I can see your royal court? Moho ke bolan boliye jit sun tare pyar. What words can I utter from my mouth that by saying it, you will hear it and give me your love? And the answer comes back, Amrit Vela Sachanao Vadiyai Vichar. Waking up in that Amrit Vela, contemplating on Naam and the great contemplation of life. That is the answer to what you need to do in order to see that darbar. So why, after already asking these questions, why after so much explanation that Guru Nanak Dev Ji has given already about Japji Sahib and about this divine, why is there still a need to ask another question? Well, if we look a little bit deeper at the first two questions, how can I become more truthful? What offering can I make? You notice that the first two questions are about me. What can I do? This third question, or the question at this time, now asks, where are you? The focus is now on you, not on me. Where are you? Where do you reside? Where is your home? So for every spiritual seeker, seeking is the purpose of the journey. That continual seeking, that finding. Knowing is never a destination. Knowing is never enough. Continuously finding, always asking the same fundamental question. The very word question means to go on a quest, to seek, to find. So at any moment in your spiritual journey, it's really important and it's pertinent to ask the question, where are you? And the question, where are you, is a really beautiful question. It's a question that's born out of love. See, when your lover, when the one that you love, when you know that they're in your own home, just knowing that they're in the house sometimes isn't enough. Even still, knowing that they're around, you still ask the question, where are you? One more glance, one more touch, one more embrace. Knowing that they're there isn't enough. You feel that urge to be with them, to be in their presence. At every moment you crave to be with them. It's never too much, it's never enough. So there's a constant longing to be in the presence of your lover. And knowing that the divine is in your home isn't enough. You want to feel, you want to be in the presence, you want to taste, you want to touch that divine. So as spiritual seekers, we must always ask this question, where are you? And whenever you ask that question, it reminds us to bring us back into the present moment. And it's so easy, if you think about it, to slip back into the swarm of thoughts, that crowd, that noise, the buzz, the excitement of that overcrowded mind. And this question makes you stop, take a step back from that crowd. It immediately centers you back into the moment. So at any time of the day, whatever you're doing, you can always bring yourself into the moment and say, where are you? At regular intervals, pause and reflect. And you can even ask this question of your own mind. Where are you? What are you doing right now? Are you lost somewhere? Or are you present? Are you here? Or whether you're asking the divine, where are you? It aligns your awareness back. It focuses your mind back to seeking, to finding, to trying to be in that awareness, the presence of creation, that essence of creation. So the question alone is as though you're knocking on that divine door and saying, where are you? Please let me in. So the question is like this: how is that door and that house where you sit and look after all? So it's asking, how do I find that formless one that controls all the form? How does the Nirgun exist within the Sargun? It is a search for that which cannot be seen amongst everything that can be seen. And it is such a fundamental question. We can see all of creation all the time. All around us we can see the form of God. We can see creation, we can see nature all the time. But how do we see God? That is the important question. So Guru Sahib asks by looking for the door to the mansion where you reside. So the mind is always looking outwards. The mind has 5 doors with which it's always searching outwards. The 5 senses are the doors to the outside world. But what is that door to look inside? What is that door that helps you look beyond the senses? Guru Nanak Dev Ji goes on to answer this question. Where is your door? Where is that mansion where you sit and look after everything?